Hello, my Pisces. Welcome to your full moon in Gemini reading. And the full moon in Gemini is happening on December 18th. And it's bringing in a lot of beautiful energy that's allowing us to embrace the flow of life, coming back to this moment. And it's giving us a little shh, be quiet. Don't talk as much. Listen more, observe more. Because in that observation and being in that quietness, it allows us to transform these feelings and beliefs about chaos in the world and, the lack of that we're seeing in the world, and transforming it into this place of gratitude. We're seeing that and having more peace and love because of that. And I found this beautiful affirmation for this full moon. And it says, I share kind, loving words with the people in my life. So if I'm sharing unkind or unloving, words with the people in my life, this allows me, this energy comes in, allows me to see things from a different perspective where I can have loving and kind words for others. So I thought that was beautiful. So I thought I would share that. We, of course, are going to dig in here and see what the Creator wants all you Pisces to know about this 3-week period around this full moon in Gemini. And that would be the week before and the 2 weeks after that as well. Well, the card's shooting out already. So we're going to pull from the Star Code Astro Oracle and just see overall for the 3-week period first what the Creator wants all our Pisces to know. Okay. There we go. There's a lot of energy in these for you. And you've got the 9th house, exploration. So that is beautiful. Card number 47. We'll just put that one right here. And let's see what energy comes in for that for you. It always says that if your chart, like your birth chart, were a village map, the 9th house would contain the international airport, the university, or the broadcasting tower. The 9th house is the original World Wide Web, and it speaks of how we expand our world through official and unofficial higher education, travel, international understanding, philosophy, and global communication. So that's what that exploration is about, is seeing things from a different perspective, right? Expanding our understanding, expanding ourselves. And the action that comes with this, it says, go exploring. Step out of your comfort zone to see what lies beyond the boundaries of your familiar bubble. Step into a new country, try on a fresh attitude, and immerse yourself in an unusual body of knowledge or a spiritual philosophy you did not grow up with. It's hard to see your bubble, the lens for your experience, until you step outside of it and you look back at your socio-economic milieu. I don't know how to say that. It's M-I-L-I-E-U. Looking back at that and your family and your friends and your education, and confront any unconscious assumptions that your people, your class, your culture is all that there is. So you're being charged to develop a truly diverse perspective and understand that real diversity in a person, an ecosystem, or a company builds resilience. So push your unique boundaries. If you're an urbane international traveler, you may be most stretched by small town life. So read the philosophy and spirituality from a far corner of the world. Once you've done all this work, share what you've learned with the world as a speaker, a writer, a traveler, a teacher, or an internet diva. Wake up the world. The challenge that comes with this energy is when you finally break through and can see the far horizons, it can be difficult to reconcile the allure of those infinite possibilities with the familiarity of the people close to you. And both are important. The gift that this brings is that you widen your horizon and you expand your world. You explore in your mind, your body, and your soul. And then you teach what you know, because the world is waiting for you. And I think that is awesome. That is, definitely about seeing beyond these supposed tos, these shoulds, these need tos, these have tos, these conditioned filters that we've grown up with, and be willing to, like it said, in the beginning here with that full moon and Gemini energy, to sit, to be still, not talk, but actually listen, not just, hear someone out preparing to rebuttal and tell them how their small t truth or what they're saying is wrong, and I'm right. It's about considering what other people are saying, and considering that we might have been blinded, in some area of our life growing up, whether it's, political, religious, or just, knowledge and wisdom and history or whatever, that maybe I can move beyond that. And it would be for me, and it would help me to, see others in a different light as well. We're going to use these tarot of dreams to get more clarity around each of those 3 weeks, the week before, the week after, and the second week after, to see what else the Creator wants our Pisces to know. So we'll pull here first for the week before the full moon. And I feel like it's these 3 right here. And then what about the week after the full moon? Okay, that one. What else? Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. So these 2 for this, and then they want, yeah, they do want all 4 of those for that week. And then these 3 are going to be for the entire 3-week period. Just kind of a summary of those. So a lot of information. 3, 3, 3, 3, which adds up to 12, which Pisces is usually the 12th house. So it's very fitting. All right, so let's look at the week before the full moon here. Yeah, boom, the Tower. So you have, starting right off, this movement of something out of your life, which totally makes sense that you're already starting to realize there's something that it's not serving you anymore, is the word I was trying to find. So it's not serving you any longer. So with all this talk about these beliefs, this is about, this is no longer serving you, and so you're already ready to let it go. The Tower brings this beautiful message, and don't be, alarmed by the lightning bolt, because there's like this, the Wheel of Fortune starts off first, which is about that you are this powerful supernatural being who, before you came down here, you decided, like, this is who you wanted to represent you, your character, your avatar. And this is when you're going to enter the game, and this is when you're going to leave the game. And you have all these fated events that you want to experience as you go through this life. But within each of those fated events, you still have the power on what story you're going to apply to the situation, what emotion you want to feel in that situation. And sometimes it doesn't feel like you are having a choice in the matter, but it's because of all this that we talked about here, those former beliefs, those conditioning, all those opinions and those popular opinions that were given to you when you were young, that you just took on as your own because you didn't know that you could choose any differently. And sometimes even these opinions of the outside world that you were taking on were even conflicting with one another, which caused some confusion, but you worked it out where you have, this popular opinion on when this thing happens, this is what it means, what story I'm supposed to apply to it, and this is what emotion I'm supposed to feel. And it was reinforced over and over and over again, where it became your habit that when this thing happens, this is how you feel and this is what it means. And so you don't even think to question it. It has just become this reaction out of habit. But what this is energy is bringing in here is explore that you can think about a situation in a different way. You can choose a different emotion. It's just a matter of taking a breath and allowing and realizing you can. Where the Tower comes in is like all the situation that's been in your life, whether it's a relationship or a job or education or your body or possessions or something. Something's been in your life for a while on purpose, for a purpose. But in order for you to experience these other things after it that you wanted to, these fated events, this thing needs to be removed out of your life. So this Tower moment is when the lightning hits this and removes it out of your life. The beautiful thing, though, is if you are being connected to the higher spiritual realms, purposely raising your vibration to one of unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace, you'll be able to hear Spirit having the countdown of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And listening and hearing it, you can choose at the 5, at the 4, at the 3, at the 2, at the 1 to remove that out of your life early. You don't have to have that shock treatment, lightning bolt experience if you don't want to. But there's no shame, there's no judgment. If you do, a lot of us want to have all those experiences right up to this kind of drop dead date when this needs to be removed out of our lives. So this tells you a couple things. One, life happens for you. It doesn't happen to you. So when this thing gets removed out of your life, you either are, it's being removed for you because you didn't choose to remove it earlier, or, especially with this is a lot of you choosing to remove something out of your life because you realize it's not for you anymore. It served you to experience what you needed up to this point, but you're ready to let it go. Like this was talking about, seeing things from a bigger perspective. Yeah, Palace of Coins. So coins are also pentacles. Palaces are specific to this deck. Most tarot decks don't have palaces. But this is about creating a safe place in your outside world. Feeling safe, feeling secure, feeling abundant, feeling whole, feeling confident. And that always reminds me of the Emerald City in The Wizard of Oz. You are finding the things that are making you whole and complete. Like the lion found, his courage, and the scarecrow found his brain, and the, Tin Man found his heart. Dorothy found her way back home, and so this is all about finding those things that you've been looking for. And it happens through this exploration because some of the stuff that you learned growing up and that you just had blindly believed is actually has been keeping you from finding what you really want. It's been this block, but it's dematerializing. It's like the tower's being moved so you can move in to where you've been wanting to go, like that tower, right? Yeah. And I thought this was going to come up because when I talked about seeing things from a higher perspective, this is exactly what I thought. That's what the hangman is. Hanging from the tree, you're not on the ground seeing things from this perspective. You're connecting to the higher realms, seeing higher truths and seeing things for what they are there. So I love that this came up because this is about you seeing things from a different perspective, from a higher perspective. It's also about movement. So either moving out of an old way of being in a relationship or a job or something, but it's about not being in the same type of place as you were before. So I love it. Then the full moon hits, and this is the week after the full moon, and you've got the Knight of Cups. So you being of the water energy, this is about movement and emotion. So this movement that we're talking about with this new way of thinking, with this new way of letting things go, it's allowing you to really connect and open up to your emotions in a whole different way. And so it's a positive card because this is this change in your heart, your change in your emotions. And then you've got the Five of Swords. Swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your mentalities. You're yielding or wielding, I guess is the correct word, this Ace of Swords. So these are the small T truths, that you had from the past that you're starting to explore beyond. And this is allowing you to see capital T truths, and that also empowers you with letting go of those things that no longer serve you, those thoughts and those beliefs that no longer serve you. It has the Venus symbol here too, which very much is about your approach to love. The 5 is this number of transformation. So it's you saw things, you had these beliefs in an old way of looking at it, but it's transforming and seeing things, of course, with the seeing things from a different perspective. This totally aligns with that as well. Yeah. And the 8 of Swords. So you're realizing the things that made you feel restricted and, feeling small were all your previous thoughts and beliefs. So this is the release of that. You're moving beyond those thoughts and beliefs that were making you feel small, that were making you feel constricted, that were blocking you from getting to where you wanted to go. So this beautiful awareness that's coming, with all of that, and I'm loving that. Which brings you into week number 2 after the full moon. And you have the 5 of coins. So where this 5 of swords was your belief, like your thoughts and beliefs that no longer serve you, the 5 of coins really has to do with your feelings of worth. This represents winter. You can see all the whoosh, and she feels alone, she feels abandoned, she feels not supported. And that's where the old thoughts and beliefs that you've had before. But this big stained glass window represents the creator, represents the universe. And you have this transformation in your thoughts and beliefs around your worth, around your support from the outside world. And it's beautiful because this transformation that happens is we have this belief that these people in the outside world are the ones that make us feel whole and complete, the ones that, define our worth, and do all that. But we realize that it's the creator that is the foundation of what brings our support, that brings our necessities in the outside world. And it's limitless, it's boundless. And so the people are the middlemen. They're the shipping company that bring us, those things. And I apologize if you can hear dogs in the background. They're outside, and they're actually, it's probably because a package is arriving, and they're barking at the delivery person, which is hilarious that this is exactly what this was talking about. So knowing that you bring that all your necessities in life are brought to you from the creator. You don't have to worry about the condition of the outside world, knowing that you are unconditionally loved by the creator of all things, and they're going to bring you what you need, and what you need will never pass you by. If something passes you by, then that means that wasn't meant for you right now. So I love that. Page of coins. So this is new opportunities coming from the outside world, and new messages coming from the outside world as well. So that totally aligns with this, where you're having this new awareness, but you're having new opportunities because you no longer have this limited belief about how things come to you. You're opening up, and that allows new opportunities, new ways of your needs to be met than your really thinly boxed in, feeling like these thoughts and these beliefs, it doesn't have to come to you in this way, this time, blah, blah, blah. You allow the what, you understand the what, but the how and the when you leave up to the creator to come to you. And so it does it. Oh my gosh, more coins. So you have the 6 of coins. This is about the giving and receiving. So you don't have to give, and all this is sparking your awareness that you are worthy to receive. So this is so perfect. Oh my gosh, yeah. So this palace of abundance is just coming to fruition in the outside world. You're just really seeing that come to pass. Yeah, so you got the 5, and you got the 5, and you have another 5. And this 5 of wands is about your transformation in the energy around situations. Like you see, like this starts off like this, all these people are battling in this conflict, and so you see conflict as a bad thing in the world, but exploring this conflict, you see that because whenever I had this card, it starts off looking like this, where there's this kung fu movie in my head, and there's these 5 individuals with their big staffs, and they're beating each other, and eventually 4 of them are laying on the ground exhausted, and there's 1 person remaining. They're pretty exhausted too, but they're the victor. And then he starts helping everyone up, and they all start helping each other up, and they're laughing, and then they, buddy, arm in arm, going down this path to the mess hall of this Buddhist monastery, and you realize, oh, these were monks that were not warring and trying to hurt one another, but they were actually training with one another to help improve their skills to, like I said, improve their skills, make their skills even greater than they ever were. And so this energy transforms to what you thought was conflict was actually friendly, and it was meant for them, and they were doing it on purpose, for a purpose. So you've got all this major transformation happening with this exploration that you're doing, and I love that. And then you have these three that represent the energy for this entire 3-week period. Go figure, more coins. This is about being your authentic self. You can see this person that is making this beautiful creation here. And it's not, it's about keeping your authenticity as you share and are creative with how you bring things to the world. You don't have to listen to the naysayers or those opinions, which really, it's moving beyond all these expectations of how you were supposed to share your gift with the world, how you were going to share, it with the world. And so this is beautiful because this is reiterating and having you understand that you have this beautiful gift to share with the world. You have this beautiful unconditional love in your heart, and how you uniquely want to express it to the world. Do that. Use that creativity. Yeah, and the Seven of Swords. So yeah, this pretty much sums up the sword stuff too, because this is like the deceiver card or the thief card. And for me, this represents coming to terms with those thoughts and those beliefs that were deceiving myself. You're already leaving some swords behind here. You have 5 in your hand still. So you are, that's 5 again. These 5 swords that are remaining is that journey of what you're ready to let go of. And you're identifying through this period of time those old thoughts and those beliefs that have been deceiving you, but you're seeing those capital T truths, and it's allowing you that freedom that comes with that. Because here you go, death and rebirth, and got the big old full moon behind you here too. So this definitely is about an ending to those things that no longer serve you, allowing space for those things that are ready for your next path. I mean, this tower definitely represents that too. There's an ending of beliefs, ending of something in your life to allow room for these new beginnings. So beautiful, beautiful. I know it's like, oh no, I don't want to have to go through that, but it's going to be so much better for you afterwards, because there's going to be a major thought and belief really around your worth and around who you are and what you can share and how you can share it. And it's going to be freeing, because these swords, feeling constricted and caught in this bubble, I think this even talked about the bubble, this bubble that you're in is so restricting, and you're going to feel so free when you get to the end of that. So I love it. All right, well, I'm going to leave the reading there. I want to let you know, too, in addition to these readings, I also do monthly readings for each zodiac sign, weekly readings for each of the elements like water signs, fire signs, etc., new moon and full moon readings, and also some other readings throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and be notified immediately when they become available, if you haven't done so already, just click the subscribe button down below, and that's going to make this notification bell pop up. And if you click on that, it'll take you to your settings, and you can just choose to be notified immediately. Also, if you're enjoying these videos, if you don't mind giving me a little thumbs up, click the like button. That helps the YouTube algorithm share these videos with more people. So if you want to help share the love and share these messages, then just give a like button, and I really definitely appreciate that. So just know, as you're going throughout each and every second of every day, you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing 3-week period around this full moon in Gemini, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. But until then, you take care.